Well, first of all, maps. If you are in Maryland or Pennsylvania, you can get maps. If you are in West Virginia, on the other hand, maps are a very new thing, unless you want a trail guide. If you want a trail guide, they've got trail guides. But if you want just a map with a grid system on it, well, they don't really have the grid system, first of all, but to be able to have roads and signs of roads to be able to drive, only a few counties have them. In fact, the area I served in was Morgan County, West Virginia, and we had their first map. Like, they'd printed it that year, and that was the first official map they'd had, and it still had lots of bugs, so don't be completely reliable on maps. Also, GPS is not the best reliable tool for West Virginia or the bottom half of Pennsylvania, because a lot of those areas are just dirt roads that go places, and GPS doesn't understand dirt roads very well. And so if you're going to rely completely on GPS, expect to get lost and expect to end up in a field. If you're going to rely completely on a map in West Virginia, expect to get lost, expect to end up in a field. But if you are really good at talking to people, they will tell you where to go. So if you're looking for some place, they'll give you directions, and they might be something to the effect of, well, go down that road, take a left. When you see the big rock, take a right. When you go down a little further, you'll see a great big tree, take another right. You'll pass a red house with a white fence, take a left. I mean, that's kind of how directions work, because they just don't really have maps, and the addresses there have changed so many times for different postal codes, for fire codes, for just different systems. They've had their addresses changed so much that it's just easier to explain to somebody how to get there than what the address is, because addresses don't necessarily mean that that's really where they are.